as you can see, today is a beautiful day here in the Barbican, and the reason that I've got this helmet on my head is I'm off for a cycle. So here we are at the Boris Bike docking station, and it's time to get one of these not so bad boys out. Okay, so we simply insert our key here. That's it, we're good to go. I'll just pull the bike out. Okay, so here we are on Cheapside, which is one of the main shopping streets in the financial district. They recently built this rather large, it's not that large, a shopping mall. It's very nice, it's got lots of luxury shops in it. Okay, just up from Cheapside, we have probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous building in London, St Paul's Cathedral. Now, St Paul's Cathedral is the second largest cathedral in the world after the Vatican in Rome, and it's also the largest Anglican cathedral in the world, being the centre of the Anglican Church. Over there is St Paul's Cathedral School. It's a school for the choir boys. There's a statue of Queen Victoria, the longest serving British monarch until I think the Queen later this year will be the longest serving monarch. And this is the front of St Paul's Cathedral. This area in front of the cathedral is called St Paul's Churchyard. I guess originally it was the churchyard, but there's been some extensive redevelopment. Everything here, because of the nature of the site, has to be very compatible with the building next door. We're going to go and take a look at the centrepiece in a minute. As you can see from the nature of the site, any new buildings have to be designed to be completely compatible with the existing historic buildings in terms of scale and style of architecture. To the left here we have the original Temple Bar, which was one of the gateways to the City of London. It was in the countryside for about 200 years, where it was in storage, and it was recently restored as part of the Paternoster Square development. Here we are in Paternoster Square. This is a new development built right next to St Paul's Cathedral. There are lots of bars and restaurants around here. It's a nice place to hang out. Just opposite St Paul's Cathedral, on the south side, we have the very popular Millennium Bridge, which we're going to cross over in a minute. On the far side of the bridge is the Tate Modern. So here we are on the Millennium Bridge. Thames is at low tide at the moment. In the distance there, we have Tower Bridge. Looking west up the river, we have Blackfriars Railway Bridge and Railway Station actually on the bridge. Looking to our south, we have the South Bank and the converted Bankside Power Station, which is now the Tate Modern Museum. Looking eastwards, we have the Shard, the tallest office building in London. And to the right, we have the reconstructed Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Downriver we have the Canary Wharf development built in the old London Docklands, and closer to us upriver is the financial district of the City of London. There's St Paul's Cathedral on the north bank, and in the distance the three towers of the Barbican Estate. Actually two towers you can see here. They were at one time the highest residential towers in the UK. They're around 44-45 stories high. There's some lovely 18th century houses. This pub was built in 1615. Here we have Vinopolis, which is a wine experience and museum. Wandering further along the south bank, we have the Clink Prison Museum. Now the South Bank has loads of small little roads. It's an area that was very much derelict at one time and is now enjoying a real renaissance. Here we have the City of London, and here on the South Bank we have the reconstructed Golden Hind ship that Sir Francis Drake used when he went around the world. Under the railway bridges, there's the gourmet market called Borough Market.
Supermarkt.
However, the lie is no justice in court. I think it's your own.
Și vreau să te întreb din Londra, unde stai?
Unilever House on the right, and the old City of London Boys School. The National Theatre, one of the probably ugliest buildings in central London. Here we have Waterloo Bridge. Shell headquarters in the middle there, the clock. And to the right of the bridge, we have Somerset House, which is a museum. This is the Royal Festival Hall, built for the Festival of Britain in 1951. There's some nice restaurants and cafes. On the far side of the Thames, you can see Charing Cross railway station. Of course, they ran out of room to build offices in London, so they built offices above the railway line. The interesting thing about that building is that all the floors are suspended from the big arches over above railway line, because it's only supported on the sides, no support in the centre.
Alright, this is good, this is good. Soon there'll be people to stop, watch the show, and we can start the show, but let's see.
About Miriam. Yeah.